about all kinds of things. But somehow, sex always seems to come up in my chat room. And I gotta tell you, I didn't bring it up. And most of the time I do not bring up the sex talk in there. I know that's hard to believe.
Totally hard to believe from the most over-sexualized person on YouTube.
But I did not bring up anything about sex. And the people inside the chat, the subject about swingers comes in. My friend Stacy comes in, aNewYorkMinute. And I'll put her link up over here to the right too.
Thanks, Steph.
And the discussion went something like, if you were blindfolded, and whether it be a man or a woman, and they physically stimulated you,
right,
would you be able to tell the difference?
No.
That was a really interesting question. My answer to them was yes, definitely. I could definitely tell, because it's done completely different. Then we went on this thing about, well, how would you be able to know?
Exactly.
Well, for me it was the emotions behind the act are really how you can tell. About how many men I had let touch my body. And the number was 8. So it's not like I'm not, have never let men touch me before. I'm not a virgin. Okay?
Are you?
I hate to break that.
You're not a virgin? Are you kidding?
But 8 men. I've been with, 8 men. 8 men have touched my body. I've only been with 2 women all the way.
Only 2?
Make that real clear.
2?
All the way.
What is all of... 2 women? Only 2 women? And you call yourself the lesbian queen of YouTube? I think there's something seriously wrong here. Seriously wrong.
I had let in. Okay, I hate to break that. Yeah. But 8 men. I've been with, 8 men. 8 minutes, touch my body. I've only been with 2 women all the way. Make that real clear. All the way,
What do you mean you've been with 2 women all the way? All the way? What's all the way when you're a lesbian? Can you tell me that? What the heck is all the way?
I had let around quite a bit with women, and there's total difference between the 2 who are touching you. It's tender. It's far more tender when a woman touches you than it is when a man touches you. And that is my opinion.
So let me get this right. You've been with 2 women and 8 men, and now you've decided that all men are not as tender as women. Now, don't you think that's a little bit narrow-minded of you? Come on. The truth is, if you were blindfolded, right? How would you know who was touching you? Granted, let's pretend they don't have a beard or any after stubble, although I met some women with some stubble, so let's not even go there. But if you were blindfolded, you wouldn't know where to go mentally in your head. You were just focused on the physical. I don't think you would know. The same thing for a guy. Like if a guy had a blindfold on and somebody went, down south on him, they wouldn't know if it was a dude or a chick, would they? And again, who says people want tenderness? Maybe not everybody wants it tender. Maybe some people want their boots knocked off, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? So not everybody wants to be sexual in the same way. You're assuming that. And I think, or actually, I know you're wrong on that one. Some people just want a good romp in the hay, if you know what I mean. All right, let's see what else you got to say.
It is also my opinion when I'm sitting here on here so I can get enough people hating on me, because I know I will.
I love to hate on you. I don't even know why. You're my friend, but I think I'm your number 1 hater. Huh.
I had let that when these couples swing and 2 women get together, I've seen so often that the women turn around and wind up leaving their husbands for women. And then the husbands are really pissed off. They're like, golly, she turned gay on me. It wasn't about turning gay.
Steph, one question. How exactly do you turn gay? She turned lesbian? Is it like something that happens just overnight? Is it like when the moonlight hits you in a certain way, you just turn lesbian? Just curious.
It was about the love that is expressed from a woman to a woman is far more tender than a man to a woman.
I gotta disagree with you here. You know what? I think there are tender men in this world, and I think there are some women that are hardcore. So you are coming from limited experience, I have to say. So I'm not going to hold that against you, but You know, different people like different things. You can't assume that everybody wants nice, gentle, kissy kissy. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you don't. I don't know, Steph. Take a walk on the wild side.
I had unsure New York Minute, and Electro will be so happy about this video about me, you know.
Yeah, about you, huh? Taking our private stickum conversation out into the YouTube world. Yeah, alright, we'll let you slide on this one. But I'm not going to let you slide and say swingers are just for men, because I don't think they are. If you choose to be in a swinger relationship, you know what? That's your choice as a woman. You know? Some people don't like to have vanilla ice cream every day. Some days they want mint chocolate chip or chocolate. Or maybe some kind of crazy Ben and Jerry stuff. You know, not everybody wants the same thing every day. And again, I think you have to learn how to accept that relationships work in different ways. And there are different structures to relationships between, you know, rather than just a monogamous one-on-one deal. You know, it's whatever works for the couple.
And that's just how I feel. I mean, sex is sex. But is sex really just sex?
Sex is sex, but is it really just sex? I think if you're just having sex for fun, it's sex. Or if you're with someone that you love, it can be different. You know, there's all different scenarios. It depends on where your mind is. It's all about what's in your mind, Steph. In your mind.
I mean, that's something really to think about. I don't know about you, but I can tell who's bouncing on my bush. I could definitely tell who is bouncing on my bush, if it were a man or a woman.
Listen, if somebody is bouncing on your bush and you don't know who it is, there's a problem. You know, I would definitely try to get to know somebody a little more before you let them start bouncing, you know, like on your trampoline or whatever. All right.